Susie Bates here. Just to feed some information off her, just to reassure her thoughts. She's doing a good job here. Reeling's going to come back on. She's going to go round the wicket. She's going to make sure she spears it into Charlie Dean. Charlie Dean is a very good player of spin. This is the match-up for Charlie Dean.
Yeah, that's a good line. She got some swing with the new ball. Illing bowling over the wicket, as you imagine a left armer would do, but this is a different phase, different stage of the innings now. There'll be no swing ball, much older. So change of angle.
Hey, honey.
Charlie Dean can struggle with that slightly shorter length. We've got 3 out on the leg side. But I think they're hugging the boundary road a little bit too much here. Reeling, she has got a bumper in her locker. Deep fine and deep square. Off the rope by 10 yards. Where Charlie Dean does struggle when it's in and around her chest height.
Picks out extra cover. Mealy Kerr, the captain. Interesting to look at the body language of Charlie Dean in this situation, because it looks as though she enjoys this kind of situation, embraces the pressure of it, trying to guide, shepherd that lower order towards the victory target. Risky, really risky, and a big shot for only a single. Fine leg is back on the boundary edge, so it's only a single that would have resulted.
She does like playing the shot. You just feel in this situation, it's definitely not the right option. She's got all the space on the leg side. She's more likely to pick up runs, maybe a 2 if she dinks it into that leg side.
Feel the way Lauren Bell plays with that slightly stiff front leg, that the angle here from Illing, if she can bring it back onto the stumps, then she could well be in business.
Get it up at the toes. Can she get it in the block hole?
Swung away with some power by Lauren Bell. That is the perfect end to the over for England. It keeps Charlie Dean on strike, and a boundary, a much needed boundary from Lauren Bell. 187 for 7.
Illing trying to test out the middle of the pitch. You've got to get them up there to Lauren Bell. She almost felt that she was waiting for that one. She holds the bat really high up on the grip. Really bad ball to finish the over. Good work from Lauren Bell. You feel that she's really enjoying being out there. She's got the promotion today. Enjoying batting out there with her skipper.
8 overs remaining, 27. The key number for England. New Zealand need those wickets, because if it goes the distance, clearly the run rate not a particular issue. So it's a matter of trying to keep Charlie Dean away from the strike squeeze the rest of the batters. Round the wicket, a steep one past the outside edge.
Go on. Birds, please. Put that back.
That's the shot she was looking for in the previous over, when she thought she was going to put 2 in the end, only hit a single, but it hit this one slightly square into the pocket. Good placement.
Lovely use of the feet, assertive use of the feet. She knows exactly what she's trying to do. Really clear in her plans here, Charlie Dean, and the crowd enjoyed that one.
Now, don't you feel like that? Oh, you will live with her permanently. Just here now. Alright, so we'll be leaves. We'll be leaves. Just walk there. I'm gonna walk my birds. I'm gonna walk these. It's supposed to stay with you. Alright, Lee, come on, let's go walk. Yeah, no, come here now. Don't. Go. See.
Charlie Dean, she's obviously seen that long shot from Lauren Bell in the previous over, and she's feeling a little bit more confident now, allowing her to take 2 balls this Nancy Patel over. But as you say, Anne, much less threat than Mimi Kerr, who can turn the ball both ways. That's better from New Zealand. Get your extra combo moving nice and tight. Put some pressure on Lauren Bell here.
I'm sick of you two.
Over the top, not
Stop messing
timed
about.
particularly well, but well enough.
You could see your mommy bed.
Under 20 now, the
Mommy
target.
bed. Could see your mommy now. Sick of you two this morning.
Oh, lovely bowling. Quicker,
See my
flatter,
bed now.
sliding on and nearly getting past the outside edge, but Lauren Bell survives, 192 for 7.
Go and see mommy bed. I don't care. You've asked me 24/7.
Catch a Bigster.
Look at
Available
this.
for £117 per month with 0% APR representative.
Well, it's been quite a tight,
No, stop.
lower scoring encounter here at Chester Street. The last ODI, women's ODI that was played here was a high scoring game, over 600 runs. This has been much lower scoring, a bit tight, bit nervy. Nancy Patel thought she'd squeeze one past the outside edge, then onto the stumps. Somehow Lauren Bell survives. Now England have got to survive Rosemary Mayer, who's bowled very decently today. She's got a good line. She's got 1 over remaining and has 2 for 39 from her 9.
What now? The what?
Push hard. Scramble back for a second, and Lauren Bell,
You're not staying with me. You've got
I
2
think
balls.
she's home. It was a direct hit, brilliant bit of fielding. And Lauren Bell was reaching for the line. I had a sense she was in. We'll have a look on the replay.
Third umpire to director, we have an umpire review for run-outs at the bowler's end. Can we go with your first angle, please?
I'll wait. Since you're arresting me. Oh my god, you see the bird, listen to me, yeah.
Bat is grounded, batter has made their count. I am ready to make my decision, thank you.
Come on, shit, get out of here. I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah, you could see from Lauren Bell's reaction that she wasn't particularly concerned, although whenever there's a direct hit, there's always that scare and worry factor. Chipped in the air, but wide of Mealy Kerr at extra cover.
Partnership now, 34 of 53, 35, sorry, 54. Really good partnership from these who play their cricket domestically, who used to play their cricket domestically together down at the Southern Vipers under Charlotte Edwards. Potentially that's why Lauren Bell was moved up the order. Played a lot with Charlie Dean. But at the moment, England were in a spot above it, but they're just getting themselves out of it here. The TCC just showing a bit of nervous energy out there on her debut. She would much prefer to not be out there in the middle.
Wonder on that line whether there's a chance of getting a catcher in. Do you need a straight mid-wicket for Lauren Bell, who stays a bit inside the line of the ball, a bit leg side of the ball? Need wickets to win this game. That straight mid-wicket could go to a catcher either at second or third slip tight in. The ball's not really carrying through. Oh, bold, brilliant. What a wonderful Yorker at a critical stage of the game. New Zealand are still in this match.
Brilliant ball from Rosemary Mayer, excellently executed. Just felt that Lauren Bell, anything in the block hole, she may struggle to. That is perfectly bowled from the New Zealand quick. Lauren Bell just unable to get that back down in quick enough time. What a ball from Rosemary Mayer, getting her team back into this low-scoring run chase. Lauren Bell has to go for 12. England 195 for 8.
I'm not sure where to begin. Text message. Hi, it's Abby here. I have a family who I once saving you after 8 years. Remember me? You just left. So delete message. It's my birthday. Dad. I miss you. Send message.
The fully electric Volvo EX30 with building assistance.
Lauren Filer, with 8 down, just 16 required. One or two more nerves on debut for TCC. Nicely well, just drifting back in a touch. Really good today, Rosemary Mayer. Point. Crossy?
Yeah, as a bowler, tilling Scotty Coleman's point of view, the last thing that you want on your debut is to have to go in and score some runs. This was the replay of the wicket. I'll tell a lie. Lauren Filer's first delivery. This was the replay of the wicket. Not able to get anything on it.
Oh, tries again. Very good from Lauren Filer to dig that one out. Finishes a successful over. 95 for 8.
And that's Rosemary Mayer's spell, 3 for 42 off 10. She's been impressive today. Getting left superbly well. Those Yorkers just at the end to try and create something for New Zealand. Still feel like the onus is going to be on Charlie Dean to finish this game for England. Rosemary Mayer has just opened the door.
Nerves, Kate. There's always nerves, but I don't know that there's a better feeling than winning the game off the bat when you're a bowler either.
Well, I completely agree with that. They had one game in an England shirt, and it was one of the best days of their life. Interesting that Charlie Dean has just taken the first ball in this over for a single, which has manipulated the strike and the field so well. Now he's just exposing Lauren Filer to the spin of Dempsey Patel, who's also been impressive today.
It's been really good. That quicker ball that almost got through Lauren Bell in the previous over. She's given it plenty of flight. Highly regarded, just 5 one-day internationals so far. What to like about how she operates. short. They'll come back for 3. Good, really good running from Charlie Dean.
Not only has she been good with the ball, but she's been dynamite in the field as well, hasn't she? She's really owned that backward point region. Saved her team a few runs. 12 required now.
Room to just put a 1 and maybe even a 2 on the onside. Deep mid wicket. Climmer out there.
Yeah, it's always the toss-up at this stage of the game, isn't it? That's the 200 up for England. They only need 11 off 32 balls, but how do you keep pressure on Charlie Dean as well as trying to get her off strike? Just need 5 already off this over. I always think it's a lot easier up here when you've got obviously a bird's eye view of the field, but they kept mid-wicket open for a lot of Charlie Dean's innings, just letting her get 2s out into the deep mid-wicket region.
Safely defended on Filer. 45 overs done now, 200 for 8. New Zealand's point of view, when they do get Lauren Filer on strike, they've got to have another 1, if not 2, inside the circle, so that Charlie Dean decides to take 1 early in the over and put the pressure on. Make sure that Filer doesn't pick up an easy 1.
I often think this is where not playing much red ball cricket in the women's game often kind of depletes captains at these moments where there's games within games. You've got to really try and manipulate the field and make sure that you're tactically staying almost 2 balls ahead of the game. Under the same tactic here. Leg side completely open for Charlie Dean, hoping that she just takes the single first ball.
Sides against it. You can see the boundary riders, Millie Kerr there. She's about 10 yards off the boundary. Deep mid-wicket, very much the same. So they're preventing the 2. They're saying to Charlie Dean, if you want to go right over the top, there's an option. Millie Kerr will stop around about there. She won't go much further back. So they're just looking to protect that 2. Takes it this time. Now, she's either got to come in, I think at least Millie Kerr, maybe get mid-wicket in as well. Bring in fine leg up to mid-wicket, so there's a gap there behind square if Lauren Filer wants to play a ramp.
I also think you've got to have third back at this stage because you just don't want a nick to go for 4. But I agree, I think you could probably bowl with just 2 out to Lauren Filer. Put some pressure on her. They have got 3 out, long on deep mid-wicket and deep square.
The line's good there. Offside field, nice and tight. Plenty of deliveries left, overs left, but if New Zealand can continue to bowl dots for the 3 or 4 balls remaining in the over to Filer, then and only giving Charlie Dean 1, feel like they can restrict a little bit. Oh, what's happened there? Boulder? It has bowled. I didn't see the bails light up, but I think it clipped the leg stump on the way through. And Jess Kerr has struck late in the piece now. How's the debut feeling now for Tilly Courtine-Coleman?
Well, we've heard a lot about Tilly Courtine-Coleman in the build-up to this summer. We're going to see how her minerals are in the next 5 minutes. See if she can create something with Charlie Dean here. But Jess Kerr keeping the light on for New Zealand. That's England's 9th wicket to fall. Still need 10 runs to win. An 18-year-old debutant TCC comes out to bat.
Middle stump completely played around it. Lauren Filer. The Yorkers worked well with a very full length delivery under the bat of Lauren Bell. Rosemary Mayer now straight through Filer. Jess Kerr on this occasion.
I haven't seen Tilly Coleman with the bat, so I can't even predict what might happen here.
She only needs a defensive shot. 2 deliveries and then basically over to you, Charlie Dean.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, very good. Solid.
Yeah, they just put cover out onto the boundary. They're happy for Tilly to take a single here. 1 ball left of the over. They want to keep bowling at her. They know that's the opportunity to win the game, New Zealand.
It's gone under the bat, but outside the line of off stump. So survives the last 2 balls of the over. It'll be Charlie Dean on strike. 201 for 9.
Remarkably, it's been quite a close game, hasn't it? We felt like New Zealand were under par at half time. England didn't feel particularly well. A couple of early wickets for England, and you felt like New Zealand were on top, and it's really ebbed and flowed. New Zealand to England as who's going to be favourites to win this game, and going down to the last couple of overs, and it is still completely in the balance.
Both sides have been in positions to, New Zealand in particular, going along well with Maddie Green, Neely Kerr. Great position to push for 250, 260, you felt. England at 110 for 3 at one stage. At the halfway stage, you thought, cruising in the run chase. Right, Reeling, 8 overs, 1 for 27, been very good. Take the one. Take the one first ball, so job done, you would think.
Yeah, that's a strange move from Charlie Dean. She's, like I said, she's had a tactical now, so on for most of her innings, and then every now and then just seems to take that single off the first ball. She wanted to, then it obviously wasn't there. Now that does open the door for New Zealand to bat the ball at 18-year-old debutant.
That'll help. Down to 8. Get that line right. This tends to drift the ball in a little bit from outside the line of off stump. Reeling with that action she has. Pinch 1, good from Charlie Dean. Awareness. They've decided to refer it, which I'm not sure about.
Okay, third umpire's director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I've checked the bowler's feet, it's a fair delivery. Could you move front on, please? Thank you. Just take that back for me, please. Yep, the ball is passing close to the bats. Can I check the daughter edge, please? Thank you. cue, ball trade coming up. Gap on the left-hand side, ball is yet to reach the bat. Play through, there is some noise on the line, keep playing through. Clear gap on the left-hand side. No spike as the ball passes the bat. Satisfied, keep play through for me. Satisfied there is no bat and ball. We can move to ball tracking, please. Thank you. Original decision is not out. Pitching is in line, impact is outside. So back to Jackie, stay with your original decision of not out. Signal not out now, please.
Pretty comfortable one in the end, missing leg by plenty.
Crucially, what it did do was get Charlie Dean back on strike, though, from an England point of view.
Full. Dean wants to go down the ground. Well from mid on up inside the circle.
You can see why Amelia Kerr sent that upstairs as well, can't you? There's 2 reviews left. If that just so happened to be clipping next stump or clattering into it, then it's obviously worth it with 9 wickets down.
Advances and put down. See Patel just mentioned how she'd owned that backward point region. Cape Cross.
Oh, I am sorry, Nancy. I feel like that might have been my fault. Oh, it was a horrible height, actually. She got her hands all mixed up. Fingers pointing upwards when they should have been down.
In there now. It's floating. But you break them with me too.
Opportunity goes begging. 2 balls remaining. Kneeling over.
In there now.
Onto that one. Now does Amelia Kerr now say, right, in tight. Just make sure we stop that single.
Yeah, I think we've got to bring someone up at least. Try and put the pressure on Charlie Dean to do something that she's uncomfortable doing to get herself on strike for the next over. Field stays the same.
It's the Yorker through. Good from Brealing. Just 3 overs remaining now. Still 7 required for England to 0-4 for 9.
Yeah, it's been a productive ball, the Yorker, for the New Zealand bowlers in the last couple of overs. It's really gone fuller. I think that angle from Brealing as well has just made it quite hard to access the offside. Got the perfect start to the next over. Tilly Coleman facing Jess Kerr.
Hard have New Zealand below par total. Captain for the day, Charlie Dean, doing her best as well. Her team bowled really well. 7 not out at the moment. She's not on strike. Jess Kerr with her last over. Underway. 14 Coleman picks up a comfortable single down to 3rd.
Yeah, she's been very impressive today, Charlie Dean. I thought she played this situation perfectly, actually. Charlotte Edwards' criticism of the team is game awareness, situation awareness. Charlie Dean has come out and shown her experience, why she's skipper for the series.
Nice from Jess Kerr. 1 over from Brealing left. She's got 1 for 29 off 9, and then MC Patel's got 1 left as well. So imagine that she'll go to Illing for her last in the next and save the 50th over for Patel if it gets that far.
Well ball, Jessica. I wonder if Tilly Coleman is on strike for the start of the next over, whether she might go Nancy Patel just for the match-up. I know there's not been a huge amount of spin. I wonder if, yeah, she might just
two here. Bowler's end. No, that's terrific. Really good. She was up and down so quickly there. Very good from Charlie Dean.
Very good from Charlie Dean. Just goes to show if your intent is there with your running, you can often get back for that too. She called it straight away off the bat.
Down to just 4 required. Team Coleman will have to survive one delivery.
It really has been smart batting from Charlie Dean. She's been so impressive today. Situation where England could quite easily have faded away and lost this game in quick succession. She's come in and shown a little bit of ticker and a little bit of nous.
Caressed into the and taken the strike as well. She said, I'll do it. Don't worry about that. Caressed into the offside for a single. Just the 2 required now. 2 overs to go. 209 for 9. Two required. Surprised they took the single, but I guess that's maybe the trust in the youngster.
Reeling is going to have to be bowling her last.
England needs 2 more to win this first Metro Bank ODI. England need 2.
Time penalty as well from New Zealand's point of view, so an extra. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think there should only be 2 out anyway. I think that's the case. They've got a 3rd in place and a fine leg in place. Everyone else inside the circle. Captain herself is stationed very close at mid-off to take anything that goes back to the bowler's end for a run out. There's the one, and it's tied up now. Pretty calm. Tilly Courtine Coleman.
Well, as far as debut's gone, she's had a good day, hasn't she? Like I said, coming out with the bat is the last thing you want when you're on debut, especially when your team needs you to bat for a little bit of time and build a little partnership to win the game. And she's been impressive today. Broken out tired.
My love. Wicked. But for me.
Cap off a very good day.
Fuck, okay. Skupna pięć what they wanted England to win this game.
That'll do it for England. Take the first of the 3-match series in the one-day internationals. And
when I done to England, they succeeded in winning today.
Captaining.
Oh god.
But I'm sure he'll really get them.
Yeah.
Captaining the senior England women's team.
You mean that from the window?
2 for 21 off her 7 overs. 31 not out to get her side home.
So I like a
Low scoring. Very good game here in Durham to start things off for the series. Pretty happy with that. Both sides fought hard. Made it a good contest.
Why?
Yeah, well done, Charlie Dean. A great day out for her as England captain.
You can go security.
It's probably not the way England envisaged the first game of the season to go, but they've got the result nonetheless. These championship points matter for the next round of the World Cup. Qualification certainly are important games. And England, although they've not been at their best today, have managed to sneak over the line. What became a bit of a close finish, I can't say thriller, but you know, they've done well to fight and grit their way to winning this, and Charlie Dean was a major part of that. The partnership with Lauren Bell as well played a big role in the last 10 overs to get them to a comfortable position for Tilly Courtine Coleman to then come in and probably have a really memorable day as her first cap for England.
35, that partnership. Charlie Dean and Lauren Bell. Just a little bit of fight in that lower order. 14 Coleman, a very important 3 not out. You see a couple of the New Zealand players consoling Nancy Patel as well. They had an opportunity, catch put down late in the piece, which would have given New Zealand the win. Not to be. Charlie Dean is a terrific outing. Shake of the head and congratulations from the coach as well. Feel good winning these types of games when you feel like you were in it, maybe out of it for a while, and then you scrape across the line late.
Yeah, I think it's always good to win games when you've not been at your best. I think England will go away and they know they've got areas to improve with the bat, probably with the ball and in the field. I'd say they were completely outfielded by New Zealand today. Passages of good play with the ball. A few dismissals that I'm sure the batters won't want to look back on, but a bit of fight, a bit of grit. Finding ways to win instead of finding ways to lose is always a healthy place for a team to be. You always want to win that first game of the season, that first game of the international summer. It's always an important one.
Especially after 7.5, 8 months out. Malam and Jodie Grewcock at the top in the night, just a 19 for her. Boucher and Freya Kemp put together a really good partnership to take the score from 42 through to 110. It just fell away until the captain for the day, Charlie Dean, showed her fight and her grit, determination to get her team across the line. A little bit of help from Lauren Bell and then again from Tilly Coleman at the back end.
And a really hard-fought day for the New Zealand bowlers. Just the 5 used. Freeling was very impressive up front. But it was the 3 wickets for Rosemary Mayer that was the most impressive. And I think slightly expensive today, but all in all, a very well-fought day for the New Zealand bowlers.
England winning the toss, sending New Zealand into bat on the back of Maddie Green's 88 and Mealy Kerr's 55. They posted 210. They were bowled out in the 49th over. Dean with a couple, Bell with a couple, and Tilly Coleman on debut with a couple. England getting there with 1 wicket to spare. 211. Maya Boucher with 59, and Charlie Dean, the captain, 31 not out. England winning by 1 wicket.
We'll take about Charlie Dean. Initially, she wasn't even in this one-day international squad because she was sort of resting a bit of a dodgy back. But with the injury to Nat Sitterbrunt, she came into the squad, led the side and led them across the line. Moving away from live sport, Hannah Waddington hosted Saturday Night Live UK this week with musical guest Miles Smith. That's available now on Sky 1. Right, away from women's cricket, but staying with women's sport, you've got this to look forward to. Las Vegas Aces at LA Sparks from the WNBA tonight at 10:30 on Sky Sports Mix. Also on Mix on Wednesday from the Women's Super League, it's Arsenal against Everton, so that's 6:30 Sky Sports Mix. As far as this series goes, well, the second ODI is at Wantage Road, and it's a 12:30 start on Wednesday. Wednesday the 20th of May is when England really kick into gear with their preparations for the World T20. That's the first of 3 games against New Zealand at 6 o'clock. Then India are here as well, obviously for the World Cup, but they played 3 games against England. That first one is on the 28th of May, 6 o'clock Sky Sports Cricket. Then the World Cup gets underway proper with our opening game, England against Sri Lanka on Friday the 12th of June from Edgbaston, again 6 o'clock Sky Sports Cricket. And then of course that one-off test match to look forward to from Lords, Friday 10 July, 10:30 Sky Sports Cricket. Well, Charlotte Edwards wanted to see her players get the side across the line in tight situations. She also wanted better game awareness. We might touch on that third point in due course. But in terms, ladies, of getting the side across the line, she'll be very pleased with that. And what a knock from Charlie Dean. What ticker.
Yeah, and she hasn't just shown that today, she's shown that throughout her career, in particular with the bat. She has come in for England on a couple couple of occasions where they have been in trouble, and she has got the team over the line. A huge day for her, obviously captaining her country for the first time. So she would have had a lot on her plate, bowled really nicely, and then saw it home with the bat. So great day for Charlie Dean. They would have liked to have won a little bit more convincingly. Thought she bowled really well today, Loz.
Yeah, I spoke about it at the interval, and I think that was a really key moment. That was probably the difference between the New Zealand girls being able to get sort of 260, the way that she bowled, particularly at the back end. But yeah, she just looks like she's relished that extra bit of responsibility. And you can't underestimate how important this knock is. Not only for her individual performance, but that partnership with Lauren Bell was key. And how she marshalled Lauren Bell through that, I thought was, yeah, I thought a few batters that went in slightly earlier could have learnt a lot from her. Her composure, her just that desire to be there at the end and get the job done, probably lower the risk, but do what's needed for the team.
Well, she certainly did get the job done as England go 1-0 up. Just, we'll hear from both captains next.
Hopefully this one we got better signals. Yeah, not bad this time on.
Yeah, I think the wicket was a little bit slow, and when Maddie and I were out there, we thought 250 was going to be a really good score on that wicket, and I think we were set up to do that, and unfortunately lost wickets at the back end, which didn't allow us to get that score, but fought really hard with the ball to take it that deep.
Yeah, I suppose two aspects. As you said, 147 for 2, I think you were at one point. How do you explain falling so far short of what would have been your expectation?
Yeah, I think there's kind of two big moments where you, I guess, get close to the last over there, and you think if we got 250, we potentially could have cruised it with a bit more scoreboard pressure to bowl to. But I mean, you just got to learn from each game. No one tries to make mistakes. No one tries to get out, but we've got to learn and be better. I think we played across the line a little bit, and yeah, I thought our bowlers were outstanding to get the game so deep.
Yeah, you squeezed pretty hard with the ball, and in the field there was that one chance at the end of backward point, but that was a blip on what was an overall a very solid fielding performance.
Yeah, I thought we fielded well. It's a little bit bumpy too, so yeah, mistakes happen, and that's part of the game, that's sport. But yeah, a great game of cricket for the crowd, and hopefully we can turn it around for the next one.
And looking at your attack, you seem to have an excellently balanced
This isn't
attack. Left
copying
arm,
what's
a wrist
before.
spinner, off spinner, right arm seam as well. Looks like a pleasure to captain.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think
Oh,
the
sorry.
bowlers are in
I
a really
just
good
showed him
place.
that.
Probably
It's alright.
myself
Sit
not
down
included
and
in that,
watch
but
the video.
yeah, I think Nancy with the ball was brilliant.
I
Her
got to show
ability
me.
to, I just guess, hit the stumps and has so much control. And then I thought Rosemary Mayer as well. She's pretty dangerous on wickets like that.
You mentioned your own bowling there. Do you have to change things significantly for conditions here in early summer season England?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I think at home I've been bowling indoors, and yeah, you don't have the wind and all of that. But I feel in a good place with my bowling. Just today felt like I didn't have much rhythm, but just trying to still get in the fight, knowing you're one wicket away, and I guess getting those a couple of breakthroughs brought us back into the game.
Just had the one practice game before this game, so would you expect your players, your team to come on for the run?
Yeah, I guess we've probably played more cricket than England. We just came off a series in April. We had, I guess, a month to train and a little bit of time off, but I think we're in a really good place as a group. And yeah, when you come to a game like today and you're probably under par, to then take it as deep as we did when they had partnerships, shows the fight and character and that belief that we can win, and you're always one ball away.
How are you balancing this three-game ODI series against obviously the T20 matches and then the World Cup to come?
Yeah, I think they're games of cricket, and being out in the middle is the best practice. It's the best learning. So although it's a different format, it's great heading into the World Cup, and these games are worth points for qualifying for the next World Cup. for
This
us.
is the next one Travel
Any
talking
time
about
with
his
it, I think
father's
New Zealand
admission
will win a
from
win
the
game for their
World Cup
country.
team.
Well done today. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Cheers, thank you.
That kid's 7 years old, he knows exactly what's going on.
Bank player of the match
He's going to be
receives
right
a
for having an
Metro
opinion.
Bank award and a
Yeah.
He's
bag
going to
of
think his
hot
father's the best footballer on the planet.
sparkling wine. Mentions for Mealy Kerr hitting 55 and Maddie Green top scoring for New Zealand with 88. Maya Bouchier made a half century for England. Rosemary Mayer bagged 3 wickets. But for figures of 2 for 21 and a nerve-jangling 31 not out to see England home, the Metro Bank player of the match is the captain, Charlie D.
Charlie, many congratulations. What a first captaining England for the first time and being there at the end to hit the winning runs in a winning partnership.
Yeah, I guess one from Ron, and it was a brilliant start from us. To restrict them for 200 really made it a bit more difficult.
England's
at the end
captain
there,
and
but
player of
really
match
easy for
is
ourselves.
Charlie
But,
D.
to be not
Because
out
that's a bit injured
and there at the end with Tilly was fantastic, and what a day she's had too.
You've done it before. What's
You
the
got
key
to
to
show
batting in those
love.
situations, shepherding the tail in a very tight, nervy run chase?
Yeah, I think probably not running a
I love
one
you.
first
What are you
ball of
doing?
every over
So
when you've been
roasted.
turning singles down. But I guess just holding a nerve and trusting that the girls can do their jobs as well, and taking it as deep as possible and trying to play really smart, high percentage cricket.
You mentioned Tilly there, teenager, of course, in at the end, but everybody talks about her maturity. Did you sense that out there at the end?
Yeah, she came in with a plan, and I love that about Tilly. You know, she takes everything in with a stride, and yeah, she held her nerve and was brilliant with ball and with bat.
What was the key to restricting New Zealand? Because at one point it looked as though they'd be getting in excess of 250.
Yeah, Maddie and Mealy had a really brilliant partnership, and we felt like when we could break that, hopefully we could really get a foot in the game and to stay patient, and all the bowlers chipped in when they needed to. Yeah, we were disciplined with the ball, and we took those wickets, I guess, closer to the death, which made it easier for us with the bat. So credit to all the bowlers.
Quite a bit of focus on England's fielding. Improvements to make there still?
Yeah, I think so. You know, we know our standards, and we know that how good we can be. I'm really looking forward to seeing maybe those standards grow as the series goes on.
How disruptive have the injuries been? Because a number of players have pulled out. You yourself, I think, were supposed to be missing this series for game management reasons, and then a late withdrawal from Izzy Wong as well. There's been a bit of coming and going.
Yeah, we've got a big squad, so we've got everyone to cover all the bases. But yeah, there's a bit of flexibility that needs to be happening, and it was just credit to the 11 that stepped up today and did a brilliant job. And I'm looking forward to see how the team dynamic changes towards the end of this series.
And did you enjoy it today, leading the team?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was nerve-wracking at the start. Probably my interviews are the worst bit, but getting on the pitch and getting out there is what I enjoy. So yeah, it was a good day.
Many congratulations, one from one. Well done.
We should build a Minecraft world.
Your
No.
interviews were great,
We forgot
Charlie,
about
and your
kingdoms.
performance on the field was superb. She rightly claims
Chris
that Player
wants
of the
you,
Match
King.
award and that
Morning,
bottle,
Chris.
I should say,
I'm
of
at our
bubbly. I
screen,
thought
that's
Mealy
right.
Kerr made a good
Go on,
point there
Chris.
actually about this
I've
series.
got a
Some
plan
questions
for
about
both
why
of us.
50 over
I don't care. Talk to me fair.
and against
I
India, but
want
a
to
World
call
Cup
it
point up for
KD's
grabs in terms of
lovely world.
qualifications.
I don't want to call it get a
With New
grade.
Zealand,
No,
they had their chances.
we
To
used the kingdoms used to be so beautiful, and I'm thinking of making the biggest trophy carvery in your honour to say thank you.
In my honor, a big one every 5 seconds.
And we're gonna have
Oh, what a work!
Yeah, and the irony was
biggest
we've spoken about how
McDonald's,
good she's been in the field all day.
biggest
She had high
Popeyes,
energy, she had a
I'm going
great
to
presence.
do my
biggest
love, my
biggest
love,
supermarket.
It's not too dissimilar to the one that Maya Boucher dropped, that sort of belly button height.
What do you
It's
think?
just a pressure catch.
Absolutely not
You know,
set.
she would take
Please.
that 9 times out of 10.
You
and
make me
it's
very
that
happy,
high
and I
pressure
want to do
moments.
something in
Similar
your
for
honour.
both teams, it's a work
And
on,
a Premier Inn built it on
those
top.
games out and making sure that you're coming out on the right
Is
side.
that okay?
That was pretty much the one blemish from
It
New
would be
Zealand. There were a couple of
flaps.
fumbles. England, though,
But
you've got to say,
one
and
will
look,
be a
they're
Premier Inn
well-paid
building.
professionals now. There's a lot of expectations, and they're well-trained. Fielding has been something that's been focused on, and today,
Yeah, and what if it
probably
doesn't
wasn't
come
good
at
enough.
7?
Simple as that.
No, it
Wow.
wasn't.
What if it comes at
they'll
4 o'clock in the
wanna make sure they
afternoon?
improve. They'll hope that
Wow.
maybe that's just from a few nerves. But I think the slightly more
What, you
worrying
want
What's
to
thing
up?
is actually
What are you doing?
most of these
I'm just
runs
looking at
in
what you're doing
England,
prices to pull
few of
out.
England's best feel
It's not really saying why he's pulled out. He's pulling out of a lot of things. He's pulled out.
As well. That was the drop
Because
catch
we've done from this
from Mike
weekend's
Boucher, who normally also has
Instance
really
of Dice
good hands.
Open,
So
Prize
it
Free
know.
Club, if I
wasn't
can
actually
again
England's
so
weaker
and
field
He's
of
pulling
the
out. The
main
only thing he hasn't pulled
contest.
out
It was
of is
one that
the Premier
you
League
were
because
hoping
he has
would
to
bring
do that.
athleticism, would bring that
it wouldn't be there.
good fielding into
first
this
time.
England
Of
side.
course he
So
will.
just hope going forward that they've got the first game out of the way. It was obviously Danny Gibson's debut.
So what's a bit dad about
Hope
parcel?
that they can grow because
No,
you
no,
don't
it's
see
just.
this kind of fielding from
Come on,
these
it's just
players
about the
in
fridge.
domestic cricket. So the only thing
What about a
that's
fridge?
on those nerves of an international game.
It's that
So
bad.
England will be
We
hoping
can't even have
absolutely
butter in the
amazing
fridge.
proof going into the T20
We can't have
World Cup.
the jam in the
That's one thing
fridge.
Charlotte Edwards definitely wanted to
We
change.
can't do it like we did and just take the frozen stuff to them.
The other thing was game awareness.
Unfortunately,
Now, we saw great awareness
it
towards the
means
end with
my
Charlie
dear,
Dean, Laura Bell, and
it's going to be
Paul
1 day without
Coleman.
your toast.
And it sounds like I'm having a go here.
What
It's only 1 day without your toast.
Just get rid of the fucking fridge then.
Getting to grips with certain areas they want to improve, and one is
Tell him it'll just be 1 day without the bloody toast.
Get a new fridge.
at the wrong time.
If you're sick of it so much,
It doesn't. Even if you get a new fridge, it doesn't come right there and then. They don't just deliver it just because you ask them to.
You should have noticed a few days ago that there's something wrong with the fridge.
Thank you. It doesn't just work like that. You have to wait for them to deliver it.
Oh, Charlie, don't you know? Charlie does not know.
Put back, and it's almost like
When
when you're chasing 280, 290, it's different. If those drives are up, you go.
My Boucher. Welcome, my fan.
Against it, and they're just coming out on the wrong side of the decision making in their moments.
I completely agree with you. I don't know what you think. That's sort of my point. That there was no pressure on the scoring. So the next game in this series, 3 ODIs in this series.
So look, live and yes, guys, boss. Take a look. Go, we've got coming up for you.
They're obviously building up to the World T20, but there are World Cup qualifying points available. So that's the second game on Wednesday at 12:30. Wednesday the 20th of May is the start of the T20 series against New Zealand. 3 of those, first on the 20th at 6. 6 o'clock also on the 28th of May, because India are over for the World Cup. They'll play 3 games against England beforehand. First one, 6 o'clock, Sky Sports Cricket on Thursday the 28th of May. ICC Women's T20 World Cup starts on Friday the 12th of June. What an opportunity for England to try and etch their names into history to win a home World T20. Well, they start their campaign against Sri Lanka at Edgbaston on Friday the 12th. And then Friday the 10th of July, England play that one-off test match, special test match at Lord's, 10:30 Sky Sports Cricket. Coming up next, though, well, we've got a wonderful cricketing journey to bring you. All we had was